Did you know that ostrich's eyes are bigger than its brain? Or did you know that a giraffe has a long, long tongue that it can clean its own ears? Or did you know that an ant never sleeps and it can carry up to 50 times its weight? Yes. Yes, books allow you to explore the world around you. A child that's exposed to reading early on can explore the world beyond one's imagination. Hi, welcome to another episode of Read Aloud with me, Gomati, at the Little Story Station. A couple of weeks back, we did an episode on Gajapati Kulapati. I got a very positive feedback from a lot of kids giggling around and enjoying the story that they read. So today we're going to read another one of Gajapati Kulapati's stories. So let's jump into today's episode. But before doing so, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. Without further delay, let's jump into today's episode. Hi there, my little reading buddies. How are you today? Yes, you heard me right. I am back with another episode of Gajapati Kulapati by Ashok Rajagopalan. And today's story is Kalabaloosh. Shall we see what's in store today? Gajapati Kulapati, Kalabaloosh. Gajapati Kulapati was a big elephant. Gajapati Kulapati was a gentle elephant. One day, it was very sunny and very hot. It's so hot, said Gajapati Kulapati. It's so hot, said the banana seller, the postman, the flower seller, and the teacher. Moo, cried the cow. It's very hot, said Gajapati Kulapati. Why don't you go and bathe in the pond? Said Pati Amma, the wise grandmother. Everyone ran to the pond. Plish, plush, glish, glosh, blush. Plish, the banana seller, plush, the postman, glish, the flower seller, glosh, the teacher, bloosh, the cow, and whoosh. All the children dived into the pond. They splashed and they splished in the cool water. Suddenly, they heard a loud sound. Gada gada gudum gudum, gada gada gudum, gada gada gudum, gada gada gudum, gada gada gudum. Gajapati Kulapati was running towards the pond. Yes, yes, yes! Shouted Gajapati Kulapati as he jumped into the pond. No, 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 no! Shouted everyone in the pond. Kalabaloosh! Gajapati Kulapati loved the cool water. Then he looked around. Where was everybody? The postman was on the mango tree. The flower seller and the teacher were on the banana cart. The children were on the neem tree. The banana seller was on the cow. And the cow was on the roof of the teacher's house. Moo! Cried the cow. Let's do it again! Yelled the children. No! Shouted the banana seller, the postman, the flower seller, and the teacher. Gajapati Kulapati was now a sad elephant. He wanted to play in the pond with his friends. Pati Amma shook her head. You are all so silly, she said. Let Gajapati Kulapati go in first. Then you all can go in. So from that day, it was Kalabaloosh. Plish, plosh, glish, glosh, bloosh, whoosh. And not plish, plosh, glish, glosh, bloosh, whoosh, Kalabaloosh. End of story.
Let's quickly skim through the book now, shall we? Oh, it's summer and it's so hot. Everybody is hot. And so is Gajapati Kulapati. That's one cute Gajapati Kulapati. Oh, look, everybody's in the pond. Plish plosh, glish closh, ploosh whoosh. Now Gajapati Kulapati also wants to be in the pond. Kada kada gudu gudum, kada kada gudu gudum. Kalabaloosh. Oh, Gajapati Kulapati is the only one in the pond now. What happened? Oh, look, where the cow is stranded now. Patiamma is giving a suggestion. No more Kalabaloosh.
So that was another interesting, funny story about Gajapati Kulapati. Gajapati Kulapati wanted to bathe in the pond with his friends. But you see, when a big object, is thrown into the water displaces. Well, what is displacement? Shall we look into what a displacement of water is and what a weight of an object has to do with it? Okay, let's try that in our activity time with a little experiment with me. Well, in today's activity time, we are not going to learn to draw Gajapati Kulapati. We have already learned to draw Gajapati Kulapati, isn't it? One of the times that I, did some little experiment with colors, I heard a lot of you guys tell me that you loved it. So I thought, why not an experiment again today? So what are we going to experiment about? Like I told you already, you're going to think about what makes, the people in the pond jump out when Gajapati Kulapati jumped in. What was the reason? Shall we check? So, right in front of you here, I have a bowl full of water. And here I have quite a lot of, balls and a lot of tiny objects. So I'm going to, show you, we are going to see rather, which one of these float and which one of these sink and what displacement means. Okay, so I have a plastic spoon here. Now I drop it. What happens? It floats, isn't it? Well, a paper. What's your guess? Will it float or sink? Shall we check? Floating. I have a plastic spoon floating. I have a wooden spoon here. What's your guess? Floating. Now, this is smaller than the spoon that we dropped, isn't it? But this is a magnet. Shall we check what happens to the magnet? Take a guess. Will it float or sink? Ta-da! Sank. It sank right through. Why? Because it is heavy. Yes, it's heavier than the water. The density of the object is denser than that of the water. Now, this is a plastic ball. This is a rubber ball and this is a cricket ball. Now, I drop each one of them. Shall we see what happens? The plastic ball did not displace any water and it started floating. The rubber ball did not displace any water, started floating as well. What happens to this? This is the cricket ball. Shall we see what happens? Whoa! That's the water that it displaced. And did you see? Yes, that's the water that displaced, and that's exactly what happened when Gajapati Kulapati jumped in. He and water came out, and so did the people that were inside the water, right? So that's the concept of displacement. And why did that happen? Because the cricket ball is heavy. It's heavier than the rubber ball or the plastic ball, right? So that's why the plastic ball did not do any damage to the water or the people inside. And so when the children jumped in, nothing happened. But when the elephant jumped in, the water displaced. Did you get that? Yeah, so I'm going to show you something else, something to build off of this. So just something to think about, right? So this is a very teeny weeny cup I have, and this is a metal, right? And see how it floats? And this is an aluminium foil, right? Ask your mama to give you an aluminium foil, okay? And if you look at this, the aluminium foil also floats, right? This is made of aluminium and so is this clip. But watch what happens when I drop this clip. Sank right in. What is the reason? Well, I have a clue for you guys. Now this is a larger sheet that I have taken. Now fold it into a square shape like so, and fold it again and make a well out of this. Fold the edges. You see? Now this is similar to this cup, right? Now you float it, it floats. And this is exactly the concept behind, yes, the ship. How do the ship float? Well, there you go. Ships are made of aluminium, and when it is flat, when the surface is flat, it floats. On the other hand, the clip was still an aluminium as well, but because it had the holes in it, it sank. And that's why, you see, this has a hole. After some time, if the water enters into, into this, it sinks. And that's how ships like Titanic, sank right in. When water enters into the aluminium, material, even though it floats, when water enters in, it sinks the ship. Well, I hope you liked today's experiment, and keep experimenting with a lot of items you find around the house. You can take a metal spoon. You can take your plaything, your toys. Play around with them and tell me. Drop a comment in the comment section to tell me what items floated and which one of those objects did not float and sank right in. Alright, hope you liked today's episode. Until next time, take care, and this is Gomati Auntie saying goodbye. Hi, in today's Parents Corner, I am going to share a very simple tip but often overlooked by us parents. Yes, I'm talking about the libraries. In our locality, we have district libraries, public libraries, and lending libraries. Oftentimes, we do not make use of the facilities that we have in the libraries. The lending libraries have books that you can borrow 3-5 books a month at a very cheap membership, and the public libraries are very free for you to just walk in, and with a one-time registration fees you could just enjoy the books, the library of books that they have. However, we fail to use that. So in Chennai, we have this Anna Sentinel Library, which is like the biggest library in the city. And the environment itself is so inviting for the children to read. So the Anna Sentinel Library has a tree set up right in the center of the children's reading area. And my child loves to go sit under the tree and read it. So that's an experience that the child would linger on to and cherish. And it comes with reading experience, and it will make reading fun for the child. So library is such a simple thing, right? But we do not oftentimes we're either lazy or we don't find the time to go, or oftentimes the libraries are very small, crumbled, and we don't like the environment. But nevertheless, try picking a few books from the library a week, and I'm very confident that the child will get into the habit of picking their own book for the week to read. So hope you like this tip today. If you like, please like, share and subscribe. And until next time, this is Gomti signing off. Take care and tata.